So yeah.
Awesome,
Now-
man.
I really want to ask you one question.
Yes.
Okay. What is your opinion on Andrew Tate?
Oh, that came out of the blue.
Well, you know
You
what?
weren't expecting
I
that.
wasn't expecting.
I really want to know. Yeah.
That's a good question because I feel like, and it's a very safe question because I haven't watched too many of his videos,
Yeah.
but everything I have seen of his, it's been pretty awesome advice. Like it's been like I the stuff that I do see has been. I watched something the other day where he talked about, you know what, actually, I think it was this morning, I watched this video of him. No, I very, very rarely watch stuff. But, and it was talking about how to like converse with someone and feel that you are like a person of value as you're talking to them. And I was like, the advice that he gave was incredible. And I was like, I think the advice that he gives is good.
You're very safe because we love him on this podcast.
Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah.
High five.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I love when he talks about when you have a problem and who do you call with? Who do you call? You call the cop, and the cop is an alpha male.
Yeah.
That is so true,
But there's
or a
women that cop.
firefighter.
There's women that cop. Like,
Masculinity is toxic until you need a cop or a firefighter, huh? Yeah.
when you get to war, the man goes to war and he dies.
Yeah.
Basically, like
There's a video I just watched. Actually, it makes me sound like I watch him all the time. But another video I watched where he's talking about if you're messaging like a female and you're like, "Hey, I'm going to bed now. I'm tired." That makes you sound. I think you know which one.
I shared that.
Oh, that's the one I watched.
That is true, though.
And that was
isn't it?
awesome. That was really good advice. And it was like, no, I'm going to work now.
Yeah.
And then go to bed.
Money never sleeps.
Money
I'm going
never
to work
sleeps.
now. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the bag.
Yeah.
And then I go to sleep. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's exactly
Which I thought
what
was
he
incredible. Yeah. That's where I saw it.
said.
that's good that you talk about it because I wanted to actually ask you how is the love life of the super soldier that overcame all the obstacles.
There is none. There is no love life. No,
So slide into his DMs, guys. Get on it.
No. So there's I marry myself to work and music.
For now.
So I love being able to just immerse myself in music and kind of pursue that, and I put a lot of my time into that. So that takes up a lot of time, which I love.
A high value man.
Yeah.
High value man. No time for
take
dates.
There's time.
You'll have a lot of DMs after the show. You're in trouble. There's going to be limited time for bar writing. Like, lyrics.
Yeah, no, but it's understandable because when we are onto something important, like we put our hearts into it. Like now, for example, like we're close to the new year, right? I get invited to all these parties, all these events. Sometimes I say no straight away because I might be available, but I don't even want to think.
Yeah.
I don't want to be thinking about that decision. So I say sorry, but I'm already on another event because I don't want to think about it. Yeah. I'm on to something so much more important at the moment in my life that's like when I think about it, like, you know what? Like I watch a lot of like podcasts, obviously, but I listen to a lot. But one that I watch a lot is the Lex. He's Joe Rogan's friend. He's super smart and he does something that I'm working on right now, which is AI, artificial intelligence. So I am using artificial intelligence to build up a product. So basically nowadays you can build a graphic design website app. You can get artificial intelligence to develop it for you. So now I'm working on it with a bunch of people, a bunch of developers, and I love artificial intelligence. So I listen to this guy and his podcast with Elon Musk. He says something like, man spends a lot of imagine man as a computer. So a computer, you have processing power, like a processor. So imagine how much computational processing power a man uses thinking about getting inside some women, you know, about getting trying to get laid, you know, and then a man when he's onto something, he wants his computer processing power to be spent on his purpose.
Totally. Yeah, I get that. Yeah,
You get that?
Yeah.
But you get that because you understand computers.
Yes. Yeah.
So imagine the processing energy of a computer being put on something great, and that's when you make something happen.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
I feel like that's what I try and do. I try and focus on positive things, and I feel like I do a lot of things that like help train like your mind and thing. I don't know if it's from like the defense or whatever it is has helped me build this where it's like where you do the whole thing where it's like cold showers and stuff like that, which help you to like feel mentally stronger as well. Like those early mornings, every morning I'll be up doing CrossFit, and I feel like that. If I start the day right, then it just sets me for the rest of the day. If I start the morning right, it sets me for the rest of the day. So stuff like that, and then I can get like my songwriting and my like recording training in. So like different things. I feel like I put my computer processing power into the right things, because I feel like a lot of people, you know, you can put it into like the wrong things and then that just takes you down a whole different path. But being able to put into the right things and use and train what you know and what you have into something positive, I feel like that's sort of a life that I try and live and lead by. Yeah.
Amen.
And I know Akila goes to the gym at 5 a.m. I wake up, I do daily abs. I have my coffee and I do abs and I take a cold shower. So I think we're all in the same mindset here.
Yeah. I started doing the cold showers, but then I stopped. But now I'm looking at my partner and she's telling me stuff with her eyes. And now I feel very like ashamed of myself.
No, it's not easy. And you feel amazing after it. I feel like it's just...
Now I can't have them hot.
Yeah, I actually can't remember the last time I had a hot shower, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you what, like it's, I need to, I'm only liking the cold shower, man. Everything else, I feel like I'm in a good moment in my life. Although these last days, because I'm developing the app, that I showed you on my computer, that takes a lot of work, man. I've been working, like she knows, like I go to bed like 2 to 3 a.m. and then I'm awake 5 a.m., man. Yeah. I'm getting up and I don't feel tired. Because when you're doing something you love and you really want it, I'm not tired, man. And people come to me, oh, you need 8 hours of sleep, man. If I sleep 8 hours, I get depressed, man. I know some people need it. And there was a moment of my life that I needed like 8 hours sleep. Like, for example, when I was on a contest for the scholarship that I got in the UK, like ages ago, I had to study a lot. In my brain, studying is like memorizing all that bullshit that I don't really agree, but I had to go through in order to improve my life. And I made it. I needed like 8 hours sleep, but now I don't feel like I need it, and my body responds. And I feel like sometimes I have like a busy night, and then I go to bed late, and then I wake up early. But then during the day, I take one nap. I don't know if it happens to you guys as well, but it's really good. It's the power nap. And
I love naps. Naps are life.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
they're the key to success, I feel like.
Yeah.
Which is why like big companies like Google or whatever, you know, they give their employees the opportunity to go for a nap. Like, and they are the most productive out there. So guys, what are you waiting for? Everyone needs a couch down the back, trust me. Like, it's gonna improve creativity.
I get the people, like most people follow the go to bed early and wake up early. It's like, don't get me wrong, rest is healthy, man. And I'm telling you, I'm working on this project now, right? So we're probably gonna be finished with it. I mean, like the first term. Like we're gonna develop the app, blah blah blah, and all that stuff, and then boom, we're done. Now everything is automatic. Everything it's like AI based. So now we can chill. I might go back to a better sleep, I would say, because I want to take a break. You know, I feel like it's about balance. Yeah. There will be moments that you're more up there. There'll be moments that you're more down here.
Yeah, see, that's something that I struggle with is balance as well, where you try and balance like working all the time, but then you're like, I should probably try and fit in a social life as well. Or I should try and fit in, you know, like going to like the beach and relax. So that's why I would like go camping. Yeah. So that's me trying to fit in that balance where it's like, you know, I got to get my training, my songwriting in, like do something every day that kind of like sucks a bit for me, which is like a cold shower or something like that. And then trying to find that balance where it's like, oh, I need time just for myself to relax. And it's good. It's only been a recent thing where I've been trying to work on it, but I feel like I'm getting there.
It's good that you touch on that too, man, because the other day I was in an event with a client and it's a Christmas event, and my partner asked me, what did you think about it? Like, I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about the stuff that I was doing at home that were more important, and I was always thinking about it. And when she asked me, oh, did you enjoy it? I was like, I was just trying to socialize. But like my head wasn't there. Like my head was on the things that are more important for me at the moment. And like I'm really thinking about it all the time. And it's crazy. Like when you're close to something big and you see the potential and like, fuck, man, this is gonna go good. It's gonna go good.
That's exactly when I was gaming. My mind was other places, like I've got this to do and this, and then I was like, I had to train my just like chill out and just enjoy this moment here right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's
because
important.
You do that tomorrow, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah, awesome, man.
To make big things happen, you got to be a best. Like, look at you. How long were you writing a song that stunned the world for? Years.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say
things take time. So like, it's, you know,
Yeah.
even if you don't find that balance in that one moment, but you're like focused on your goal, I think
that's 100% true.
Yeah.
That song has been years in the making. And
it's actually good. People don't even have. People don't know what you ask them. Hey, what do you want to do in life? They're like, oh, I'm not really sure. You know, when you're sure, when you have it. Oh my God, that's the most precious thing ever.
Yeah.
I had a guy who started working with me, hiring my service this week, and he said, the reason why I wanted to work with you because you got a passion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He basically said that.
Yeah.
He didn't talk about my skills. He said, you got a passion. I want to work with you.
Yeah. That's like some of the artists that I've worked with and have been collaborating on my latest songs is because I would rather work with someone that's passionate about it and loves it and brings like so much joy and happiness to it than someone that could be more talented, but the experience, you can just feel the passion is not there.
Yeah.
It's just, I like enjoying the journey with it. And so I'll always work with someone that's more passionate and loves it than someone that may overall be more talented, but necessarily doesn't enjoy it and doesn't vibe. So passion's important. Yeah.
Passion important. All right, good. Just I wanted to talk briefly about the next steps. You know, the next steps of your career. I know, like you've been around so many TV shows and stuff like that. Like obviously there will be things that you cannot talk about because it's TV. I know there's like disclosure and stuff. But like, what can you talk about of your next steps? Like I know LA is your place. Like I said at the beginning. You know, like we were talking about US. I lived in US as well, and like I totally get it. For you, especially for you, you know, LA is the place to be because there you're gonna be connecting with a lot of people in the music scene. And so what are the next steps from now on? TV
and
music.
We're gonna come over and party in the mansions in the hills.
In the Hollywood Hills.
That's where I'll be. So LA's where it's mostly at. So I'm usually over there a few times a year, depending on the time. So yeah, that's great. That's sort of like the music side. I'll do different things when I'm over there. So I'll do some hosting with events, a lot of recording, some filming for different projects. So it really depends. There's so much. I feel like opportunity over there and the networks that I've kind of built is been great over there. So there's that side to it. There's a fair bit of TV stuff, which is some of it's up in there, some of it's not. It's just for like different TV stuff. So like the mainstream TV, which will probably, like when it happens, it will be announced. But there's that, which is good. Like that stuff keeps me busy, and then
keeps you seen as well.
Keeps me
in
seen.
The media, mainstream.
Yeah, totally. And there's also music that I'm releasing. So I've got new music that I'm always recording, working on stuff, releasing some stuff early next year, and then going on tour. There's a few tour dates. There's some in March, in June.
Where we go?
It's only local here. July will be back in LA, and then you got some just around Australia, nationally around Australia, mostly around Sydney and stuff. Yeah. Some regional. And then I'll work with youth organizations where we go into like schools and stuff as well, where we'll go into like schools and we talk about the power of music. And it may not just be music. We talk about overcoming hardship and how you can because a lot of people have so especially in schools, I feel like a lot of people either be like bullied or whatever it may be. We talk about that. We talk about overcoming that and kind of using anything that's been negative in their upbringing in their life to kind of use it as a tool to overcome. So I do that a fair bit, which I love because that's a very rewarding job because I feel like I can relate a lot to these kids and they can relate to me and I guess my story as well. So I build a really good rapport with them, share a bit about my journey and experience and my music and get to perform for the schools, which is incredible. So that's sort of that music side. And then I've got defense as well, which we'll be picking up a bit of training next year for a fair bit of that training. Yeah, which would be good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like, it's good that you brought that up because I was supposed to bring that up before, but like the kid situation, you going to schools is like you giving back to your community. A lot of these people are facing the same problems that you faced. So it's amazing that you can do. Is that an organization? What is the name?
Well, I actually used to work as a youth worker, actually, funny enough, before that. So I used to work as a youth worker, and then I'd be able to write music for them. We'd go into like the youth centers, detention centers, wherever we'd go, and we'd write and share music, and we'd host the organizations. It was called Musicians Making a Difference, which I work as an ambassador for. And there's another one called Stand Tall Australia, which I also work as an ambassador for, and we'll go and host. They'll put on events. Like we just came back from recently a 3-week tour. And we were in Tamworth, Dubbo, and Pambula, so all around. And it's basically they get all the schools from all the areas that are close to that town, bring them all in, put a big event in, bring in different artists, bring in motivational speakers, people that have gone, like whether it be athletes, music artists, whatever it is, and then we'll all get up and we'll share a bit about what we do, a bit of our, and then hopefully in that process inspire these kids. It's sort of like early, what they call it, early prevention, where you sort of get in to these kids and you kind of help them, make them feel like someone believes in them and that there's hope for them, so they don't sort of like go down that wrong path and they can chase whatever they want to do in life. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Great, man. So I wish you all the best, man. I wish you all the best for your next steps, like it's amazing opportunity to bring you here and talking to you about this. But before we wrap it up, I actually
are you gonna ask him to rap?
Actually, that is a good idea. That's not what I was thinking about, but
I think able to do like a few lyrics, high song.
Improvising.
Well, I'm an actress, so that's what we do.
You know what? I feel like writing music and then freestyling rap is a different art.
It's a different art.
But I'll write something.
Yeah,
I'll write something and share it.
Would you be able to throw some verses, and then we're gonna do the final thing that I planned?
Okay, share some verses. All right, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Just anything.
I feel like I might share. Well, since we've been talking about that song that I wrote, Concrete Pillow. Yeah, I'll do a verse from that.
Okay,
I guess.
Beautiful.
Wait a second.
Yes, so this song is a song. Yeah, it talks a bit about my upbringing and what I came from, and a bit about my journey.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute me and Sandra for a little bit, and we'll leave it with you. Easy. And you carry on from that.
All right. I'll just share a verse. And I just quickly, this song was the song that I performed on Australia's Got Talent and performed it in a few different places. It was the first song that I ever wrote, and it's a song that kind of talks a bit about kind of upbringing and my journey. And I got Ali Simpson, and she was lucky enough to jump on this song and share her amazing vocals. But I'll just do it a cappella. It goes like this. I know it's hard to see the future and imagine it's bright. I have dimmed my lights down, I keep crashing at night. Every foster home I'm rostered in, I'm highly distorted, and the pain ain't going nowhere. I don't try to avoid it, adapted to nightmares. It is hard to stay focused, but homie, I've been homeless. I struggle to know what hope is. Told my bro, hold tight, a cold night and I hate it. Sleep through the horrors, not to know if I make it. Used to scrunch up newspaper, stuck it under my jacket. Underneath the layers, I was broken and damaged. Often wondered what happened if I am loving and happy. I'm not used to that though. I am destruction and havoc. Sometimes it's too much to bear. Can you carry my load? I know the streets snatch you up, so we rarely die old. I used to sleep next to bakeries to gain some warmth. It's kind of crazy how you saved me in the heart of the storm. Yeah.
God. Oh my God, this is amazing, man.
Goosebumps.
Thank you.
I had goosebumps too. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Thank you.
So good.
Yeah.
Bro, I think there's no point of doing what I was planning to do because you've already made it.
What are you planning on doing?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good though. Do you want to do it? My final plan is to react to the actual video. That's my final plan. We're all going to watch it.
We can do that too and see which...
Yeah. Okay. But before we're going to have a break.
Okay.
How about that? We have a 2 minutes break and we're going to come down. So...